Today on the bike stand is my 2021 Marin Nicasio Plus. This is sold as a gravel/adventure bike, and I've owned it for about 2 years now. Today what I'd like to do is take these drop bars off, as I'm not too fond of them, and convert this to a flat bar bike. So let's get into it. All right, coming over to the parts table here, I have some takeoff bars from a Cannondale I used to own. I think it was like a 2010 city hybrid bike, so the bend and the width should be just right for what we're trying to achieve here. I believe these are ODI lock-ons. I pulled these off of another bike. And then coming over here, hydraulic Shimano MT200s off Amazon, about 55 bucks shipped. Pretty cool value there. And then of course we have the Microshift Advent 9-speed trigger shifter, which is going to pair up to the 9-speed clutched derailleur that's on here. Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. All right, so I'm going to start with taking off these drop bars. I'll loosen up this clamp here. One more to go. Happens. Here we go. Just lay these guys down for a second. Let's grab our new bars. Sure enough, 31.8. Bit of a comparison here. Marginally wider than the hoods and the, I don't know what you call that, the little flare at the bottom there. So should be way good. Gone forever. All right, so the GoPro battery died. Only thing you missed out on is removal of the brakes, front and rear, clipping of the brake lines, and then removal of the bars as well. All right, so I'm thinking best place to start would be to get these bars on. Let's get it all lined up. Also, by no means a professional. Just a guy somebody let own wrenches. So bear with me as I struggle through it. It's about centered. I'm gonna have to adjust it anyways once I get it off the stand. I always feel like eyeballing it looks great until you sit on it. You're like, whoa, I gotta roll those forward and or back. So let's get these guys popped in there. Cool. I'm gonna experiment with the stock stem length, especially since these bars are shorter than most full width handlebars. So I think we might get away with it. If not, can always go to a shorter stem. All right, let's get the rest of the goodies on here. Starting with the shifter here. Microshift SLM9 trail trigger, right with bearings. Ooh, fancy. All right. Just kidding, it's like 25 bucks. Okay. It's not too bad. About there. We're just gonna guess right here for now. Should still be enough. Oh yeah, this cable I might end up trimming down the line, but for now, we can go ahead and feed it through. All right. External routing coming in clutch. That's a derailleur pun. Okay. All right, so at this point, the GoPro's in a time-lapse mode. So let me go ahead and walk you through what's going on here. Getting a rubber cable spacer. Quiet down that little cable rattle. Plumbing up the brakes here. Getting everything lined up, test fitted. Getting the hardware tacked on. Usually at this point, I'll keep the hardware just before tight, and I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the brake lever to center everything before I tighten it. A little zip tie action. Fortunately, the Marin comes with zip tie mounts built into the frame, so it makes it super easy to do this conversion. Internal cable routing would be a nightmare at this point. Sweet, that does the rear brake. Moving on to the front. Cool. Pop it on there. Pull out the little caliper brake, if that's the name for it. Again, not a pro. No idea what I'm talking about. Hop on a bike, spin your pedals, and go. Too tight. Still gotta get them centered. All right, can give them a squeeze to help a little bit with the centering, but sometimes you still have to get in there because it'll rub. Holy smokes, it works. Boom. Go to the jar of zip ties. Gotta thank my mother-in-law for this hack, because I never had a good way to store zip ties. But now you go to the jar of zip ties, and the small ones fall to the bottom and the big boys hang out the top, so you can always eyeball which size you're gonna need. Awesome. It's about, again, not smoking it on there just yet, keeping it option rich. How's that? Yeah, not too bad. Plumb on the grips. Okay, I think the logo is supposed to be... it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll just do it so that the hardware faces up. 1 and 2. I do like to run my brake levers in a bit more. I find that it's more ergonomic. So I think I'm gonna have to swap the shifter and the brake position for the rear. Yeah, because it's hitting my knuckle here otherwise. Brake lever first, shifter second. Okay, grip back on. Whoa, is that on the money or is it blocking it? Yep, it was blocking it. What are the odds? All right. So that feels about right. So we got them flip-flopped here. Start tightening things up just a little bit so we get the grips going. Whoop. What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Hi, Alex. Thanks for helping. All right, here we go. There's a little bit of an early bend here on these bars, so I might not get to push them in as far as I would like normally, but as long as it doesn't smack your knuckles, I think we're good. Now we can move on to the shifter. Let's get this plumbed in. Now I think, just pull the slack out because it's, yep, all the way out. All right. Just a little tight here. I doubt it's gonna work right out the box. If it does, I'll be shocked. But there's one way to find out. All right, let's see. Well, the zip tie symphony is playing in the background. Yeah, we're gonna need some adjustments. But It's working. All right, so now that the bars, the grips, the brakes, and the shifter are installed and plumbed up, shifting okay. Some minor adjustments most likely needed. I'm gonna go around and trim off all these little extra bits and put the crimps where they need to be and snug up these hoses. Snug, not too tight. Oh, that zip tie just pieced out. Okay, cool. All right, let's get this derailleur cable trimmed down. Cool. Handy dandy Amazon cable cutters. All right, crimp. She's on there. Sweet. Test the shifting. I think I might need to let some cable tension out. Let's see. Ooh, what's that? Dang. It's pretty close. All right, I'll take it. All right, just getting these guys snugged down. I can see light through both sides of each caliper. So that is good. No rubbing. That little squeak is this rubber boot that likes to rub against the dropouts there. Let's get the front dialed in. No rubbing as well. We'll see as we tighten. Well, dang. Just works. Why didn't I do that sooner? Cool. Next thing, just get it on the ground and get the angles dialed in and go from there. All right, sweet. That completes the flat bar conversion of the Marin Nicasio Plus. Got the rear brake mounted up here. Cables ran through here. Zip tie special, of course. Flat bars, as you can see, a little bit more on the narrow side. Might go a bit wider. If I do that, I'm also debating going on a shorter stem. But for now, everything's plumbed up, working nicely. Time to go try it out and bed those brakes in. Sweet. Thanks for watching.